Second thing that we have to connect without confusing and to know the couple, and it's so important, is laws and way. When the fuqaha, the jurists, were dealing with the Quran, of course they are dealing with laws, they are dealing with legislation. And for them, what we call a Sharia is a set of law. And this is why some of them were saying these are Islamic law. Sharia, Islamic law. This is their field. But when you come to the very understanding of the concept itself, it's much more about a way. It's the way towards faithfulness. And why am I saying this? Because we have to understand that the Sharia, فَاتَّبِعْهَا, you have this in the Quran, follow the Sharia. This is the Sharia, this is the way. And literally, Sharia means the way towards the source. Why is it important? Because if you don't understand that you have to deal with laws in referring to a way, it may be that the literal implementation of the law, forgetting the way, is contradictory with the objectives of Islam. You want an example? Very simple. And you know this because it's everywhere. Umar ibn al-Khattab, when he was facing the year of famine, decided to do what? He decided to suspend anything which has to do with al-hudud and cutting the hands of the thieves, men and women. While in the Quran is a verse which is qat'i. السارق والسارقة فاقطعوا أيديهما. It's not disputable. You cannot say, oh, it's open to interpretation. It's clear. But he knows that the way towards Allah, the way is Sharia, is to reach which objective? Justice. In the name of the way, the objective of justice, he suspended a literal implementation of a law, because the literal implementation of the law in a year of famine would have been against the way towards faithfulness. So he was reading the law in the light of the way. But if you have only the law and you forget the way, you may implement the law and lose the way. Get the point? Essential. Essential. And this is why some of our brothers and sisters, when they want to start with Islam, they start with punishment. But punishment is far from the way. The way starts with justice. If you start with punishment, you are far from the way. Why? Because you are going to target the doubly victims, the poor and very often the women. So by starting with a very narrow understanding of the law, without putting the law in the light of the way, so you need to have both a vision and laws in the light of the vision. Because it's a step by step. So this is so important. And it shapes a mindset, it shapes an understanding.